Welcome back, everyone. Ready to dive into some seriously fascinating stuff?
You bet. We're about to unpack AI debates navigating the future, ethics, safety, and civilization. It's this awesome collection of expert opinions and online discussions, really capturing where this whole AI thing is heading.
That's like we're right there in the thick of it, huh?
Yeah.
This deep dive is going to tackle the biggies, ethical quandaries, how AI might shake up the job market, even like the fate of civilization. No big deal.
And what's cool about this source is it's not just one viewpoint. You've got ethicists, tech entrepreneurs, economists, even philosophers. It gives you this panoramic view of the whole conversation.
Totally. Okay, so first up, ethics in AI. This new AI ethics framework everyone's talking about, it's stirring things up, right?
Yeah.
People are really wrestling with how to make sure AI develops responsibly.
It's like, imagine trying to set the ground rules for a car that could go anywhere, do anything. Whose values are we baking into these systems? How do we guard against potential downsides? Tough question.
The source nails this tension. Dr. Helen Park, an ethicist, she's arguing that ethical AI is the key to building trust. Fairness, too. It's all about reducing bias so everyone benefits.
But then you've got Leo Silva, a tech entrepreneur, and he's worried about stifling innovation.
Right.
Imposing these strict ethical frameworks could slow things down, maybe even clash with different cultural values.
Such a great point. And it's all playing out on social media right now. Hashtag AI ethics is trending. People are getting passionate. It just shows you these aren't just theoretical debates. They're real-world issues.
Makes you think, can we even create a global ethical code for AI? One that works for everybody? And if we do, how do we make it tough enough but also flexible, to keep up with all the crazy tech changes?
Huge challenge.
Yeah.
But we got to face it, the stakes are just too high.
Okay.
Shifting gears a bit, another hot button issue is AI in jobs. Remember that company that went fully automated?
Oh, yeah. That blew up the news cycle. Suddenly, everyone's worried about robots coming for their paycheck. Hashtag AI jobs went nuts, people sharing their stories, some losing jobs, some finding new ones because of AI.
Total whirlwind. It's a tricky issue, right? The source presents these two sides. So you have Dr. Mia Lin, an economist. She thinks AI could actually free us from the boring stuff. We could focus on more creative work, fulfilling stuff.
She even brings up universal basic income, the safety net in a world run by automation. Robots doing the drudgery, humans chasing their dreams. Pretty cool, right?
Sounds amazing. But then you have Jack Thompson, a union leader, and he's understandably concerned about all those jobs lost right now. He's saying we need a plan, support systems, or else the gap between rich and poor gets even bigger.
His point is we can't just focus on the shiny AI future. We got to help people through the changes, make sure everyone benefits, right?
Finding that balance, harnessing AI's power but protecting people, that's the tightrope walk. And the source really digs into that tension, forces you to think about the choices we have to make as a society.
And what's wild is this isn't just academics or politicians debating. It's everyone, online, in coffee shops, at dinner tables. AI touches everybody, somehow.
Truth. So as we keep going, keep those different perspectives in mind, okay? They highlight just how complicated, how impactful all this AI stuff really is.
And remember, this source we're exploring, it's just the beginning. Keep digging, explore the different sides, figure out where you stand.
All right, let's talk safety. Remember that AI system that glitched out? It was a minor thing, but it put AI safety front and center.
Like a wake-up call. Things can go wrong, even with the best intentions. And with tech, this powerful, even small mistakes can have huge consequences, right?
The source, it really captures that sense of urgency. All these experts weighing in on how to reduce risks, make sure these systems are safe, reliable. Dr. Alan Green, an AI safety expert, he's pretty optimistic about the progress we're making.
Yeah, he points to all the research going on, these increasingly sophisticated safety protocols. If we design them right, test them rigorously, he thinks we can build AI that's both robust and trustworthy.
Makes sense. But then there's Sarah Vega, a cybersecurity analyst, and she's urging caution. Self-learning algorithms, they can be unpredictable. We don't always get how they work.
Which makes it tough to see problems coming, right? And she brings up this crucial point. Transparency. If we don't know how AI is making decisions, how can we trust it? How can we hold it accountable when things go wrong?
Good question. And that's what people are saying online too, right? Hashtag AI safety is buzzing. Some even want to pause on certain AI developments until we figure out the safety stuff.
Tricky situation, no easy answers, but we can't ignore it. We're sailing into uncharted territory here with AI.
Totally. So as we dive deeper, let's keep those safety concerns in mind. It's all about making sure AI benefits humanity, not puts us in danger.
And it's not just about preventing, doomsday scenarios. It's about building trust from the get-go so we can embrace AI's potential without freaking out, you know?
Exactly. Okay, so we've covered ethics, jobs, safety. But this AI conversation, it gets even more mind-blowing. We're talking about AI helping us reach, get this, Type 1 civilization status.
Now we're in sci-fi territory, but people are seriously discussing this, imagining what it could mean.
For those who don't know, Type 1 means harnessing all the energy on your planet. Imagine a world powered by clean energy, resources managed sustainably, tech so advanced it's like magic.
It's a bold vision, and some experts think AI could be the key. There was this report suggesting AI could manage global resources, optimize energy use, even develop new tech to, like, catapult us to this next level of civilization.
And of course, hashtag Type 1 civilization is blowing up online. People debating the possibilities, the potential consequences of such a huge shift, how we interact with technology.
It's like staring into a crystal ball, trying to make sense of the blurry images. Exciting and kind of scary, too.
For sure. And no surprise, our source offers different takes. So we've got Dr. Omar Patel, an environmental scientist. He sees AI as our partner in making things sustainable.
He's got this, like, optimistic view. AI working with humans to tackle climate change, resource depletion, leading to a truly sustainable world.
Beautiful vision. But of course, there's another side. Dr. Elise Dubois, a philosopher, she's worried about giving AI too much control. What happens to human agency? What about unforeseen consequences?
She's like the voice of caution, right? Reminding us tech can be amazing, but it can be dangerous. We got to be careful, make sure our values, our humanity stay front and center.
It's this epic debate, right? Makes us think about our place in the universe, the future we're building.
And it's not just a philosophy thing. The choices we make about AI now, they're going to shape the future of civilization, whether we reach Type 1 or go in a completely different direction.
Exactly. So as we dig into the source, remember those different perspectives. Okay. They're telling us the future of AI, it's not set in stone. We're shaping it right now.
And it's a future full of promise, but also peril. We got to fight for the good stuff, but do it carefully, thoughtfully, ethically. It's kind of crazy, right? All these AI discussions are like reflecting our own hopes and fears about the future.
Totally. It's like AI is this blank slate, and we're projecting all our anxieties or dreams onto it.
Exactly. And one of the biggies that keeps popping up, consciousness. Can machines really become conscious? And if they do, what's that mean for us?
That's a question philosophers, scientists, they've been wrestling with forever. But with AI advancing so fast, it's like suddenly it's not just theoretical anymore.
The source we're looking at, it jumps right into that. You've got all these different experts chiming in. Some think consciousness is just like what happens when systems get complex enough. So more advanced AI, maybe it could become conscious in a way.
Others are like, nope, consciousness is human, full stop. Machines can't replicate that no matter how smart they get.
It's a debate that's going to keep going, probably for a long time. And our source, it doesn't pretend to have the answers. It's more like, hey, think about this, what if? Makes you consider all the possibilities.
Like we're explorers at the edge of this unknown land. We're not sure what's out there, but it's both thrilling and kind of scary, right?
Totally. Speaking of uncharted territory, the source also touches on the singularity. Remember that point where AI supposedly surpasses human intelligence, takes control, all that?
Oh yeah, classic sci-fi stuff. But now it's starting to feel, I don't know, not so far-fetched.
The source dives into that too. What could the singularity mean? Good, bad. Some experts, they're thinking, hey, maybe it leads to peace, prosperity. AI solves all our problems. Kicks off a golden age for humanity.
Others are like, hold on, what if we create something we can't control? What if AI turns against us? Or just gets so advanced we don't even understand it anymore?
It's a tangle of issues, for sure. The source is basically saying, approach this with curiosity, but be careful, too.
It's a good point. Even if the singularity never actually happens, just the idea of it makes us ask some pretty profound questions about, like, our place in the universe.
For real. If
Yeah.
we make something smarter than us, what does that make us? Where's our purpose then?
Those are some deep thoughts. The source doesn't give easy answers, but it helps you think it through, encourages you to have those conversations, the informed kind.
Totally. And even without all that singularity stuff, AI is already changing our lives, like right now.
Oh, absolutely. From the algorithms suggesting what you should buy online to those AI assistants that manage your calendar, it's everywhere.
The source points out how this is happening in every field. Healthcare, finance, transportation, even entertainment. AI's got its fingers in everything.
And it's not just about convenience, right? AI is being used to tackle big problems. Climate change, poverty, disease.
It's clear AI has the potential to do a lot of good. But like any tool, it depends how you use it, right? It can be used for good or bad.
Exactly. The source really emphasizes that. Responsible AI development, that's the key. Making sure it benefits everyone, not just a few.
So ethics come into play again, right? Dealing with bias, making sure AI is developed with, like, human values, human principles guiding it.
It's a lot to figure out, but we can't ignore it.
And the source, it's like reminding us this isn't something happening to us. We're creating this future together.
We have a choice in how this all plays out.
And we got to choose wisely, thoughtfully, ethically, responsibly.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into all things AI, one thing's for sure, this tech is like a rocket ship,
Yeah.
taking us to a future full of possibilities.
But, powerful engines need a steady hand on the wheel. We got to understand how it works, what could go wrong, where we even want to go, not just hit the gas and hope for the best.
Exactly. We covered a lot, right? Ethical dilemmas, how AI could shake up the job market, even that mind-blowing Type 1 civilization thing. It's been, I don't know, exciting, scary, optimistic, all at the same time.
And what's interesting is there's no one answer about AI's future. It's not all sunshine and roses or a robot apocalypse. It's more like a mix of everything. Different perspectives, fears, hopes, and a lot we just don't know yet.
That's what I like about this source. It doesn't try to simplify things. It's more like, here's a bunch of different viewpoints. What do you think? Makes you really grapple with it all.
Yeah. It reminds you, the future of AI, it's not written yet. It's not something that just happens to us. It's being shaped right now by the choices we make, the conversations we have.
So here's a question for everyone listening. What role do you think AI should play in the future? Is it a tool, a partner, something else entirely? Maybe even, I don't know, a rival?
It's a question worth thinking about. And there's no right answer, is there? It's about figuring out your own values, what you hope for, what you're worried about, what kind of world do we want to leave for, the next generation.
This deep dive, it's given us a peek into this complex world of AI, where science fiction starts to feel real, where ethics and tech clash, and the stakes are, like, incredibly high.
But it's also a world full of potential, right?
Wow.
AI could help us solve some huge problems, lead to incredible advances. Who knows what's possible?
So as we step out of this deep dive, remember, the conversation's not over. It needs to keep going, at home, in our communities, everywhere.
We got to be informed, engaged, proactive, make sure AI is developed in a way that benefits everyone.
Thanks for joining us on this journey. Hopefully, you learned something new, maybe changed your mind about a few things, or just got some good conversation starters.
And definitely tune in next week for another deep dive. We'll be exploring something completely different, but just as fascinating, I promise. Until then, keep thinking, keep talking, keep those minds sharp,